Guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how to do alignment for your machine. A couple of people have chatted me up and they say they want to do alignments on their machine, and this video is especially for you. I hope it helps you. Now, before we start anything at all, I need you to hit the like button and I need you to hit the subscribe button. What it does is that it makes us visible on YouTube and it makes the algorithm rank us better. And then again, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers in this month of September. Currently, we're about 300 subscribers, and we need a whole lot more efforts from you guys to kind of like climb more. So you can invite your friends, your family, anyone you know who has a machine and who needs some of these content. That's why we post them. We hope it eventually helps someone. So thank you. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button, and let's get started. Now, usually alignment problems have something to do with the clarity of these lines, and I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, this is not alignment problems. This is when your printer head is rubbing against the material. So this is not what I mean by alignment problem. That's not what I mean. If you don't speak English, I hope you can translate this part. Or if you don't understand English, most of these videos will be in English. So. But what I'm saying is that this is not what I mean by alignment problem. The first place to start with alignment problem is to go on the system, and then I'll show you something to work with. Great, so we're on the system now. My desktop. So there's this software here we call A-Tools. This software here. Ideally, when you fire it up, you need to press connect, and then it's going to give you that black screen 3 times, and then you know the printer is connected to the machine. Now, majority of what we need to work with is around these places. ID align, that is here, and then here, right? So this stepper line is for the stepper motor. Now this is the stepper motor. Let me show you. The stepper motor controls these motor, right? The stepper motor controls these motors. So that's what stepper motors are. Great. So now we're going to click this button. We're going to say step align, right? And then you're going to press yes. When you press yes, your machine is going to start talking. Now it's going to be printing some lines, right? These lines, I'll show you what to do with these lines in a minute. So, but you have to let the machine finish printing the lines. At times it could take a while to finish. So by the time it's done, it's going to stop. You have to let it stop. Don't mind all of that. This is a very rough material. By the way, always do this on a rough material. Except you buy the materials for extremely cheap and you don't mind wasting it, but you can always use a rough material for this. Right, so let it continue. What we're really interested in is the lines. By the way, that's what I was telling you the other time, that it's just that the printer head is rubbing against the surface of the material. That's not what we're talking about when we say step align. So now I need you to pay attention to these lines that are coming out. It's just unfortunate I can't get you to focus on it, but I'm talking about these lines. Right, so it's done, right? So the printing starts here and then it ends all the way here, right? Good. Now the next thing to do is we need to measure the distance between this place and this place, right? Good. I'll do that for you in a minute. So you take a ruler, a tape rule, whatever it is, you measure the distance between here and then here. Now We're going to place a flat ruler on this. Now, if you look at this line, it's sitting on this place shortly before 16. So you need the most precise measurement, so that's 2 points before 16. So that looks to me like it's 15.75, because this should have been 15 and a half, and that will be 16. So in between there is 15.75. Oh no, this is 15 and a half. Wait, hold on. I can't see it well. Great, so this is 15, right? Half of that is 15 and a half. Halfway into that is 15.75. And so it sits somewhere between 15.75 and 16. So we can just call that 15.825. So we then have a distance of 15.825 between here and here. So I'll show you what we'll do with that in a minute. That system. And then we'll plug that number here, 4019, right there. And then you press calculate. And when you do that, it gives you 5586, right? Then you press save on that. Now, you have successfully aligned the stepper motors with the board of the head. Now, the next thing to do is to align it horizontally, which is this place. Now, I'll show you why you need to do this on the paper on the machine. Now, if you come here, you'll observe that the lines here are 2. You're not supposed to have 2 lines here. You're only supposed to have 1 line, one thin looking line like this. Now, what these lines represent is this. It means when your printer head is going this way, it prints on the first line. When it's coming back this way, it's printing on the second line. That's why you have 2 lines. The alignment we're really doing is concerning when your machine is printing both ways. That is, when it's going, it's printing, and when it's coming back, it's printing. That's why we're doing the alignment. Now, what we really want is that by the time your printer head is going this way, it should print on the same place as it does when it's coming back from the left. I'll say that again. If your machine is going from the right to the left, it should print on one line, and then by the time it's coming from the left to the right and printing, it should print on the exact same lines. That's not what's happening here. In this case now, when your printer head is coming from the right to the left, it will print on the first line you see here, and then by the time it's coming back from the left to the right, it prints on the second line. That is what causes your characters, especially when you're printing small items, to not be sharp. That's what we mean by the printer head is not aligning. It means when it's printing on one side, it prints on one line, and then it prints on another line. So what we need to do is to close the gap between these 2 lines, and it's pretty easy to do. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So now we need to move the materials backwards. Now let's go to the system. These numbers here. So firstly, let us reduce these numbers to about 30, and then we'll press save. Now we'll press step align again, and then see if those lines are moving closer. Now, if you can see these lines now, you see that the gap between the 2 lines have now been closed up. Somewhere in my mind, I still feel this thing can be even thinner than this because the line is looking too dark, so which means it's still not printing where it's supposed to print. So let me adjust the head again. Now I'm going to reduce the numbers even further, and I'm going to say 28, and I'll press save again, and this time around I'll do step align. So essentially what we're really looking out for is the tiniest line we can get. And as far as I'm concerned, this is like the tiniest I can make the lines. In this place, the lines were tiny, but I can still separate them somehow. But here, it looks like this is the tiniest I can make it. Great. So you can see that this line is completely different from this line. What this means is that now on this line, by the time the printer head is going from the left to the right, it prints on this line, and then by the time it's coming from the left to the right, it prints on the exact same line. So when you do something like this, we mean that your printer head is properly aligned. When you do something like this, we mean that your printer head is properly aligned. In some other languages, they call it calibration. I've seen other people do alignments a different way, but I'm not sure that is going to be as effective as this one I have shown you. If you have other methods of doing alignments on your XP600 printer head, of course, do leave your steps and procedures in the comment section. Like I said, if this video has been useful to you, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and do us a favor, recommend our videos, share with your friends and family. We hope to help you even further in this channel. This month, like I said, we're going to be having like 10 videos this month, and our goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month of September. I feel it is very, very possible. With your help, it's very, very possible. So recommend our videos to someone who might need them, and have a very lovely day. Take care. Now, before we close, now think about the door. The question numbers to use in this place. Well, there's no fast rule to what number you can use in this place. It depends on what the last number was with your machine and what it currently is. So it can be just about any number. It doesn't have to be 28 or 36 or anything. You don't have to copy my number. You can only use the numbers that work with your machine. All machines don't use numbers within the 5086 range. I think the last machine I installed for somebody in Yemen, we used 17,000. I remember installing another machine somewhere and I used 14,000. So I think it basically depends on what kind of settings your board parameter allows. So it doesn't really matter. So it doesn't have to be any number. Don't copy these numbers. It's not certainly going to work. It's certainly not going to work with your machine. It might work if we use the same board configuration, but you don't have to copy my numbers. Just use your number. And now again, if you don't know how to install A-Tools, I have a video in my page about how to install A-Tools. This tool is extremely important to your machine. You have to find that tool. If you don't know where to get it, you can chat me up. I'll send it to you, and it's absolutely free. Even though if you chat me on WhatsApp, I might charge you $10, but not for that. Don't worry. All right, so have a lovely day. Take care. Bye.